Hello and welcome to Boxes of Comics. I am your host, Chase Higgins, and this week we're doing things a bit differently because we're getting ready for Christmas, and so the garage is packed with ornaments and decorations, and our table is being used at the moment. So we're live from my bedroom. I can show you around. You have Star Wars, Spider-Man over there. You have bobbleheads. You have three Dodgers, two Lakers bobbleheads. Comic books, so you can't see those. TV. Colts. More Colts. My fantasy football trophy. So yeah, that's my wall. But today we are talking about, where are we? Magical Menaces and Bad Science. And we're going to have to keep this one short because I have work at 4:30. So we'll probably go until 4. If you want to join, I can do this. Oh no. You may need to share the link another way. Okay. Hang on. Invite. Copy. Not letting me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. But let's get talking, shall we? So first up, we have Magical Menaces. Get my bookmark out of here. Pretty cool. So let's talk about those, huh? Magical Menaces. From demons and godlike beings to evil magicians, the universe is constantly under threat from sorcerous villains. All that stands between Earth and certain destruction is a handful of courageous mystic heroes armed with a library of awesome spells. Between the panels, the demon Thog, the Nether Spawn, was once defeated by Marvel Comics writer Steve Gerber. Steve wrote Man-Thing number 22 in October of 1975, which he and Man-Thing saved the universe from Thog. That's pretty cool. Power-Up. Black Magic. Villains Baron Mordo and Dormammu both hate Doctor Strange, so they make a deal. Dormammu gives Mordo unlimited magical powers so that he can destroy the Sorcerer Supreme once and for all. Interesting. One bad day. Magician Baron Mordo is a student of the wise Ancient One, but hungry for power. He plots to kill his master, Doctor Strange. He plots to kill his master, but Doctor Strange saves the day and becomes Mordo's mortal enemy. I think Mordo is going to be the villain in Doctor Strange 2. So that's interesting. Then you have the sorcerer Belasco plans to sacrifice Shauna the she-devil to bring the evil elder gods back to Earth. Shauna's boyfriend, Khazar, saves her, so the elder gods imprison him in limbo. Power-Up. Demon Hulkbuster. Doctor Strange tries to use the demon Zom to stop a rampaging Hulk, but sets Zom free. Zom takes over the Hulkbuster armor and seems unbeatable until his spirit is captured by Strange's loyal assistant, Wong. And Wong was in the Avengers Endgame and the Doctor Strange movie. Then you have How Enchanting, as guardian sorceress Enchantress uses her power and beauty to get her way. She often tricks the Executioner into helping her, but her main target is Thor, whom she thinks should rule Asgard with her by her side. So I wonder if they'll bring Enchantress into the MCU at any time. And if she'll try to get Thor or somebody on her side, like the comics. Double Trouble. Calypso and Kraven. Voodoo priestess Calypso is obsessed with helping Kraven the Hunter kill Spider-Man. She uses magical drum and mind-bending poisons to weaken Spidey, but Kraven lets him go when he realizes Calypso is using magic. Kraven likes a fair fight. I think Kraven might be the villain in Spider-Man 3, so I wonder if Calypso will also be in Spider-Man 3. Top 5 Merlin wannabes. Several magicians have claimed to be the legendary Merlin, but there is only one. You have the Merlin, an omniversal guardian and advisor to Captain Britain. Okay. Mad Merlin, a villain who battled Thor while pretending to be Merlin, and later fought the X-Men as Warlock and Maha-Yogi. Then you have the Cosmic Merlin. He is a mysterious figure who once helped Captain Britain. Then you have the Alien Merlin, fought the Avengers and turned out to be an evil shape-shifting dire wrath. Last but not least, you have Albion. This member of the Knights of Pendragon may actually be a reincarnation of the legendary wizard, as he is so powerful that the Avengers alone cannot stop him. Pretty cool. Team players. Enchantress disguises herself as the hero Valkyrie and recruits a woman-only team of Avengers. That sounds a lot like Avengers Endgame. They name themselves the Lady Liberators, and they take on the Avengers to prove they are just as strong as Earth's mightiest heroes. Oh no. I ripped it. There's that. And now on to the next page. We are now on Mad Scientist, I think. Let me double check the table of contents here. Bad Science, and then Lab Rats. So before we continue, let me hit invite Gmail. Hang on a second, ladies and gentlemen. It's loading. To myself, and then I'll send it out in text messages. Sending. Okay. And we should be back. Okay. Yep, there it is. Okay, so let me go to my Gmail. Copy a link. And then let me do it to my comic book group chat. Instagram, boxes of comics. Messages. Lizards, pigeons, and Uranus is what our group chat is called. If you don't know what that is, then you might want to go check out Stanibles Prime's YouTube channel and go under recent live streams and find the video called Lizards, Pigeons, and Uranus. Where did it all go wrong? Okay. Moving on. Fast facts for bad science. Fast facts. Monsters, Carry On, who is also known as Malcolm Bridge. Lizard, Dr. Curtis Connors.
Lizard?
Yes, grab Lizard and you could join.
You said lizard!
Energy Beans, Claw, who is Ulysses Claw. The Living Laser, Arthur Parks. Super Scientist, Grey Gargoyle. And Molten Man, Mark Raxton. So that's a couple people. Then you have Handle with Care. Claw assassinates Black Panther T'Chaka, but loses to his successor T'Challa to become stronger. He swaps his hand for a sonic blaster and jumps into a sonic conversion device, becoming a being of living sound. Top 6 scientific superpowers. The Grey Gargoyle turns his victims to stone for 1 hour with the touch of his right hand. The lizard regrows several limbs and telepathically controls other reptiles. Molten Man emits heat and harmful radiation. Graviton power over gravity. He can fly and crush opponents into the ground. The Claw, made of living sound, creates other objects made of pure audio. And Living Laser, made entirely out of photons, uses his own body as a weapon. Power Up, fun with lasers. Tony Stark believes Arthur Parks has been killed in an explosion. In fact, Tony's Iron Man suit has accidentally captured Arthur's scattered particles. Arthur then reforms as the Living Laser. Stone Cold Villainy. Chemist Paul Duval spills a potion on his hand, turning it to living stone. He gains the ability to transform his entire body into stone and turns others into statues with a single touch. In stone form, Duval gains vast strength and durability as the indestructible criminal, the Grey Gargoyle. Before, Armed and Dangerous. After Dr. Curtis Connor loses his arm in the military, he becomes obsessed with reptiles that can regrow limbs and develops a serum using their DNA. The serum regrows his arm but turns him into a giant lizard. When good guys go bad, if you can't beat them, join them. At first, kindly Dr. Curtis Connors tries to resist the lizard inside. Eventually, he uses the lizard as an excuse to do evil. He even transforms his son into a lizard sidekick. The lizard was in The Amazing Spider-Man #1, which is an awful movie, but not as bad as Amazing Spider-Man 2. Don't at me. They both are awful, terrible, garbage. Yeek! The original living corpse, known as Carrion, a clone of Jackal Miles Warren, creates a tentacled spider amoeba using Peter Parker's DNA. Spider-Man throws the monster at Carrion and eats him. Bad science. Viruses, chemicals, serums, radiation, toxic pollutants, alien alloys by scientific slip-up or risky experiment. These dangerous substances can turn normal people into misfits, monsters, and superpowered villains. Wow! 186,282 is the number that the speed living laser can travel in miles per second. It is also 299,792 kilometers per second. Tell me more. Scientist Mark Raxton develops a liquid metallic alloy from a radioactive meteor, but spills it on himself and transforms into the villainous Molten Man. His stepsister, Liz, Harry Osborn's wife, helps him reform, but he doesn't lose his fiery temper. Molten Man was just in a Web of Spider-Man issue, a couple of them actually, that I picked up because I'm working on that collection. I'm trying to be careful. I don't want to rip anymore. But pretty cool. Alright, we'll do a couple more. Wow, 750. Evil humanoid supercomputer MODOK's weight in pounds. Looks like we're now on the bad scientist. Top 10 bad scientist. Number 10, Calvin Zabo. His hide formula enhances strength but induces violent rages. Number 9, Morbius. Creates an experimental serum that accidentally turns him into a living vampire. And Morbius is getting his own Sony Universe of Marvel Characters movie. and is going to be played by Jared Leto, who was the Joker. And that's a whole other nasty, terrible, garbage story we don't need to go down. Then you have the Wizard. His anti-gravity discs send 3 of the Fantastic Four floating away like balloons. Number 7, Egghead. He invents a machine to turn ants against Ant-Man. Well, that's dumb. 6, Mad Thinker. His awesome android mimics the physical properties of anything it touches. Dr. Carl Malice comes in at number 5. He invents a control collar to make Werewolf by Night attack Spider-Woman. Number 4 is Jackal. Creates clones to challenge and confuse along with Menace Spidey. Number 3, Professor Spencer Smythe. Invents various Spider Slayer robots to attack Spider-Man. And the Spider Slayers are supposed to be in Spider-Man 3 with Tom Holland. That was a rumor that I read an article about. That was pretty interesting. Number 2 is the Tinkerer. Tinkerer was in Spider-Man Homecoming. He was the guy that helped the Vulture out with all his flying machine and weapons. Number 2, the Tinkerer creates whip-like spiked poisonous tails of the villain Scorpion. Number 1, MODOK. He creates Red Hulk and Red She-Hulk. Moving on, you have Wizard captures Carnage and tries to turn him into his own evil agent. He transfers the symbiote into the body of Dr. Carl Malice, but the plan soon goes horribly wrong. I'd imagine it would. Upgraded. When Spencer Smythe's son, Alastair, ends up in a wheelchair, he builds a hideous biomechanical exoskeleton not to only walk, but also destroy Spider-Man, becoming the ultimate Spider Slayer. Identity crisis. The Jackal creates a virus that gives everyone in Manhattan spider powers, robbing Spider-Man of his advantage and his unique identity. That was a comic book run, like not too long ago, like the early 2000 teens. I don't know what it's called. It's called Spider-Man. New York City Spider-Man. I don't know. But I remember seeing that in the comic store. Question. Who are MODOK's 11? Answer. When MODOK plans to steal a living star and sell it to AIM, Hydra's scientific wing, for a cool $1 billion, $1 billion, he gathers a team of villains to help. They are the Mandarin, Chameleon, Spot, Living Laser, Puma, Mentalo, Monica Rapacino, Armadillo, Rocket Racer, and Nightshade. Lab Rats. Every villainous organization bent on world domination or destruction needs its own evil genius to design doomsday devices, build super weapons, or enslave minds. Sometimes these masterminds go into business for themselves. Handle with care. The Tinkerer is the most sought-after inventor in the criminal underworld. His clients include the Hobgoblin, Beetle, Mysterio, Big Will, the Constrictor. He also develops Trapster's Arsenal, Grim Reaper's Scythe, and Diamondback's Throwing Diamonds. J. Jonah Jameson pays Professor Spencer Smythe to create a robot with spider powers so that Jameson can capture Spidey for himself and prove to the world that he is a menace. Big-headed. Being exposed to gamma rays covers laborer Samuel Stearns with boils swells. His head then turns him green and makes him a science genius. As the leader, he dreams of controlling the Hulk and conquering the world. I think he was supposed to be the bad guy in The Incredible Hulk #2 from the 2008 movie. It was either him or MODOK, I'm not sure. Then you have before and after. Scientist Calvin Szabo develops a formula to transform himself into Mr. Hyde. He gains 200 pounds of muscle and bone in just 30 seconds and turns into a grotesque muscular find. Calvin Szabo is a clever, physically unremarkable medical researcher of science. Mr. Hyde is a villain so formidable that the Baron Zemo recruits him for his masters of evil. Fast facts. Evil and loving it. Modoc, Jackal, Dr. Faustus, Mr. Hyde, the leader, Mad Thinker, and Wizard. Scientists doing bad things. Tinkerer, Professor Spencer Smythe, Egghead, Red Ghost, and Dr. Carl Malice. Making amends is Morbius and Maximus. And I'll show you this picture. You have Carnage right there being hooked up like I talked about earlier. Then you got the bottom. So that's pretty cool. And then next week it says we are covering on page 92. It is called page 92. If Looks Could Kill, and page 94 is called The Monster Mash. So next week we'll read some more. I just had to keep this short because I have work this afternoon. Normally I don't work Tuesdays, so that way I can do live streams, but I was nice and I said that I'd cover somebody's shift. So that's all for Boxes of Comics live stream tonight. Thank you for joining us. My name is Chase Higgins. You can follow us on our Instagram and our Twitter at Boxes of Comics. We also have a website, www.boxesofcomics.com, or it might be /website. I don't know. If you want to find the website, if you go to our YouTube channel and click the link up above the Twitter and Instagram logo on our picture up top, it'll give you that. Hopefully next week we put out a video. That's what we're aiming for, is next week. We filmed this week. We put it up next week. It'll be a new video talking about something completely different, and it's Star Wars. We go and we review the Star Wars movies. We talk about them, what we like, what we dislike. That should be filmed this weekend. Because I work in the afternoon, so we can film it in the mornings. That should be up in 2 weekends, so not this upcoming weekend, but the weekend after. I checked today and we're at 117 subscribers, so we're 3 away from 120. So if you are new here, welcome. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Feel free to check out our other content, and please subscribe. It helps us out tremendously, and I think it's pretty cool that we are over 100 subscribers, and we've only been on here for 3 months, so that's pretty cool. New video coming out, subscribers, website, Instagram, social media. I think that's it. So we go live every Tuesday. Usually it's later. It's about 5:30, but because I had work, I did 2 hours earlier. So feel free to join us next Tuesday, like I said. And along with the Star Wars videos, because we're going to review all 9 Star Wars movies, the episodes, and talk about them, we also have some comic books that need to be read, so I'll read those. We'll also make a video of those when we're done with Star Wars. And I think that's it. I'm not sure what we're going to read after this. We still have a lot to go through. There's like 5 chapters, and we're only on chapter 1. So it's a lot of information. We're going to be on this for a while. But yeah, I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving, because I'm filming this like the week after Thanksgiving. So yeah, that's all for today. Thank you guys for joining me when you watch later, and have a good rest of your day.